Here, this is Perp back with another video, and I just got out of watching Didi. This is definitely one of my most anticipated movies once I saw the trailer. This is a coming-of-age film. This is starring Isaac Wang, directed by Sean Wang. I don't know if these two are related at all, but that doesn't really matter because this movie just really tickled my nostalgia crazy just because of the timeline of it taking place in like '08. And at that time, I would have been, because they mentioned The Dark Knight and Superbad, so it's definitely like the end of my sophomore year, going into my junior year. But for our main character, Didi, or his actual name in this is Chris. His mom calls him Didi. Chris Wang, he is a 13-year-old Taiwanese kid, and I really like how they just kind of show the relationship of his family and how everybody treats him, or how he sees specific family members, whether it be his grandma. She's leans heavy on the tradition and doesn't understand how these kids could just be so disrespectful to their mom and just they're cursing. And it definitely just tells you like the different generations just within that table scene that you see of them just all kind of conversating. The mom is really into art and really wants to that's just her thing, that's her hobby, and she doesn't really know how to deal with her kids, and she just kind of lets her kids be her kids and tries to do her best to provide for both of them because the father's not around anymore. And she also kind of dealing with things with her mom, always kind of just putting so much pressure on her, and just the interesting kind of dynamic. Also the dynamic between him and his sister Vivian, her kind of getting ready to graduate and go off to college. So it's pretty much Chris transitioning from middle school all the way to like high school, which is a very interesting point in a lot of kids or just people that have grown up lives, because that's where you really start to shape your personality. A lot of things are going to change, your circle of friends, the things that you get into, whether you're just strictly going to be about school and your studies, or you just want to go out and party. Like, this did a really good job of depicting all of that. Also showing the early stages of social media with MySpace and even Facebook at the time, having a top 8, AOL, Instant Messenger, which is the grandfather of social media, the best early social media platform, because you could send like away messages. And I really like how they use that heavy in this, and using MySpace, seeing people's different pages and how unique everybody's page was. Those were the best times, before we got into Twitter and stuff like that. Now it's just social media is complete shit. It used to be fun, but you definitely kind of see the early stages of the effects that it's going to have on the future. This is very interesting, and throughout this movie you see Chris kind of going through all these different changes and phases that are rapidly changing, but we don't really notice it until you kind of watch it and you realize like, yo, '08 wasn't that long ago, and just how far social media has come, and just how kids grow up now, and seeing how it kind of mirrors that. But it's really interesting, man. It's just really dope how they depicted that, and just seeing him going through the different phases of just being a teenager, also having to have the pressures of trying to impress his family, impress other people, because at that age you are trying to impress like your friend group. You want to be the most popular kid. Some people are kind of quiet off to the side, but for the most part, a lot of people are trying to do something, whether it's talk to girls, talk to your friends about your favorite movies. Skateboarding played a big part of this, and what led Didi or Chris to kind of get into just filming people, and seeing the early days of YouTube as well, and him practicing or having these like rough early kind of videos, but is kind of embarrassed by that, which leads him to delete those videos and kind of start over and try to impress these older kids by being their filmmaker while kind of getting away from his core group. And it's just fascinating. Overall, very dope movie. I would recommend checking this out if it's playing by a theater near you, or if you want to wait till digital, that's cool too, or a physical copy, or whatever you want to do it. Definitely check this out. If you do get around to check this out, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Till next time, I'm out.